be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when broken and falling, and old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when broken and falling, and old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when broken and falling, and old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when broken and falling, and old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when broken and falling, and old souls been sent to burn. Nowadays they've been calling, telling me soon gonna be my turn. Head down, walk with reason, know that when
Say what?
All right. Oh, I am not on here. What am I?
You're right there, man.
Oh, I'm behind you. Okay. Never mind. I'm gonna move.
Yeah, where every time with the emasculating behavior. Oh shoot, dark.
Wow. Look, I can't help it.
Oh, I noticed how I didn't notice. I'm in the gosh darn dark.
It happens. I think for now. Y'all good?
Yeah, man. I put on this little bandana on my mic to add a little flair, because I thought it would be super metal, but I feel like it's more like Steven Tyler. It's more like Aerosmith looking, but you know.
That looks like a California thing.
Oh, here we go. Okay, we're all just God's children. Okay.
Some more special than others.
Some are more special than others. We call those mutants.
That's what you want to call them. I call them the ones that like Windows.
Homo superiors. That sounds so bad.
Why do I hear myself?
Magneto says it all the time. It doesn't sound like that when he says it. He's got a
Oh.
British accent though, so. Charles, we are the natural evolution of humanity.
Okay, I'm good now. I muted the wrong one.
Hey, I'm mutated, David. Don't mute. What the heck?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I opened up a wormhole.
What's up, Ninja? How you doing?
Yo, Ninja, ¿qué pasó?
So we took a week off because we run through our our shit pretty quick. So I figured we'll go every 2 weeks with the podcast. That way we have a little bit more to talk about. Although I tend to have a habit to when I talk about something, it's like straight to the point and then on to the next subject.
He's a straight shooter. That's why he
Yeah, pretty
dresses
much.
like a cowboy.
I think we got a pretty decent list this week.
I'm more like your movie Wanted, where he curves the bullets. He's a straight shooter. My bullets, they're known to beat around the bush.
I was
Bush
gonna go
bullets.
somewhere. I was all right. Was your your barrel aims a certain direction?
Hey, some people like it like that.
Oh. Anyway, so how's your day been? Or week? 2 weeks?
Pretty good, man. Just working. I had to go to LA for some business. The over basically was in LA on Thursday and Friday. So I've been getting into all kinds of adventures over there. Olvera Street, the toy district, which is like the garment district, but for toys. And you can find all kinds of cool shit. Got some Labubu's and shit for my daughter. We saw
What?
a lot of humanity, you know? So people think LA is terrible. I don't feel that way. Maybe I'm used to it, but it is pretty bad. I mean, there was this moment where I had to tell my daughter, you know, don't stop looking at me.
See, and you give me shit for joking on it.
For her credit, she locked eyes. She was like, "Stay with me, stay with me. We're gonna walk through this door, okay? We're gonna walk through this door." What it? What? Just don't break your eye contact, okay? Just trust me. Look at
You're
me.
shaking her. Just stare at me only.
Yeah, dude. And then we made it through. And what I told her later, I'm glad she didn't see it, but it was a dude just fucking taking a shit, just and it was like this mural. It was like this corporate art piece right
Uh,
next to where this person was taking a shit, and we're going into the hotel we're at. And the hotel we're at was in Little Tokyo. You would have loved that shit. It was like all kinds of anime shit. There was a One Piece cafe we went to.
yeah.
Got some drinks there. You don't like One Piece?
No, I hate One Piece.
Well, that's one thing we kind of agree about because I've never watched it, so I can't. Normally I'd like to just automatically take the opposing opinion, like I always do. I can't defend something I haven't seen. The show on Netflix was okay.
I watched a little bit of that, but like as for the anime itself, I don't know.
You
My
like the
my
anime to be a little more serious, I think.
my issue with it is I'm putting that back on just for the flare because of what I'm going to say. Since I have one eye growing up, and every time I told somebody that, I always got hit with, "Oh, so you're a pirate?" Ho 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 ho.
Mm,
So I officially hate pirates because of that stupid fucking joke that they told.
well, I
They
think that's
thought they were
pretty
talking.
insensitive. First of all, but pirates, I remember they used to have like the whole pirates versus ninja shit going on for a while. Do you remember that, Mac?
No, not really.
Yeah, there was like this whole thing, man, and
One
it was
Piece
like
versus
who's
Naruto.
cooler. And I mean, I always thought ninjas were way cooler than pirates, in my opinion.
Just give me my old Western movies, I'll be fine.
Hmm. I don't know if how many Western. I want to watch. I have a deep desire to like get more into older films. When I was a kid, I used to enjoy like a lot of old horror movies. Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm. Those
Hello,
are knockout.
Malachi. And I, spending time out where they make movies and shit, it does like make you start thinking. So like I would like to, if you have any recommendations or something, I'll try to get around to. I need to take in some more westerns, man.
I'm
I
more
like
into like
modern
the spaghetti.
westerns,
I'm more into like the spaghetti westerns, which is funny because
Italian ones.
those are based on like like old west and U.S., but all of them were just about all of them were filmed in Australia.
I thought they were Italy. I heard that's why they call them spaghetti.
No, I don't think.
Yeah,
I thought they were all filmed. Most of them, I know,
sure, I'm
a
sure,
lot
I'm
of them
sure.
were filmed in Australia though.
Malachi, go ahead and we're gonna need you to let us know. I know you were there when a lot of be made. Malachi actually was John Wayne's TA when he came into school. No, but I like modern day westerns. Young Guns when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Posse.
I'm still waiting
I
for
was
three
just
to come
watching
out.
I'm with it. Unforgiven.
Yeah.
What other ones were like? Oh, Tombstone,
Yes.
Wyatt Earp. All really good movies.
You
Or
know,
I
funny
enjoyed
thing
them a
about
lot.
him, uh, he's part of my
Wyatt Earp.
ancestry.
Yeah, you told me it has something to do with your town, right?
Uh, I don't know if was it him or maybe I don't know.
It'd be
I
cooler if it
know
was Doc Holliday. You know what I mean? But
somehow I
Wyatt
was
Earp's cool
related
too.
to one of them.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I remember my dad told me about it, but at the time I didn't really care about it.
I was John Wayne's stunt double in the original Thing.
uh, I guess we'll get on with the or start the podcast since we're just bullshitting for a few. But yeah, uh, we're back with no holds barred. Finally, after taking an extra week off, mostly the fuck was that? We
That
mostly
little
wanted to, yeah.
trying to get people hyped up because we're back.
Oh,
We're
okay.
back, mother.
Um, I've got a rant that I'm gonna go off on later on, but yeah, we got a couple decent topics. I think I sent you some.
No, we've been getting ready for 2 weeks to have enough content here for you people to satisfy and quench your insatiable thirst
In
for
other words,
our
it's just trying to make
blathering.
me talk longer than I need
Exactly.
to.
I'm trying to like learn how to shut the fuck up once in a while, and Mac is trying to learn how to talk more, and we're trying to meet in the middle. So that's why
I don't think there's any
we're
meeting in
best
the middle.
podcasting friends.
So
So where are we kicking off, Mac?
Um, I gotta pull the list up. Or well, you do the list better than I do.
All right. So I think the first thing I noticed that we kind of started. So let's start there.
Okay.
The Twitch banning people, right? For
Oh, that
the
was that was the last one, I think.
we already did that one.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, I'm just going to an easy
Oh,
one then. Quick.
the Sony canceling Spider-Man or selling Spider-Man.
So what are your thoughts on that one? Because we know I'm gonna have a lot to say about this shit. You can't talk about Marvel. First of all, Spider-Man's a mutant, but don't get me started.
Well, in a way, no. He wasn't born with it. He just got bit. He was lucky. He was in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like actually a mutant. I know there are some stories that allude to that, so I don't think he actually is. But we're gonna take credit for him anyway. Um, accurately or not, he's one of us because if you're picking a basketball team and you get your first pick, Spider-Man's got to be on there, right? I mean, the guy is just the greatest comic book character probably ever. I'm not the hugest Spider-Man fan, but just from like a great standpoint, I mean, he's the biggest IP there pretty much is, right?
Yeah.
I think he's bigger than Superman, right?
No. He's right up
I
there
don't.
with it. He's up there with him, but he's not better or
You don't think he's like a larger IP?
no. I mean, you've got people out there who still don't even know who the hell Spider-Man is, but yeah,
No way.
you mentioned
Every man,
Superman.
woman, and child and amoeba on the face of the ball you live on called Earth knows who Spider-Man is.
Not unless it came out of a cave, which I mean, some people in other places
Those
might.
people in the cave, trash is rolled into their cave, and they've seen a newspaper or something. It's just something is Spider-Man on there.
They just wipe their ass with it. I don't think about it.
it's Spider. So Spider-Man is being canceled over there at Sony. So their Spider-Verse, right? Their Spiderless Spider-Verse that we've had to endure, starting with the So-So movie series Venom. They had to get that big A-lister, you know.
It wasn't too bad. I Everybody shat
No, it
on it
wasn't.
and said it was like a horrible. No, it
Part
wasn't
one
as
was great.
bad. It was like I've seen worse come from Marvel
Part one was great in my
than Venom.
opinion. Part two was good. I don't think it was a good casting for Woody to play Carnage.
Actually, I thought he did good.
I mean, he's a
To
good
me, it
actor.
fit
I
him.
love Woody, but I just think like overall, like his look and his hair in that movie and stuff, like the way they try to like everything, like try to make him fit the Cletus Cassidy role. I think Woody's too old for one, and yeah, this should have given him a natural redhead, in my opinion.
Yeah, they couldn't go with a
Just
redhead because they have no soul.
that's true. It would have been their savvy negotiators because they're vacant of an actual human soul. That's just facts. That's just science. Hey, so we got a successful run, or they gave it, and they say that the Venom movie, which was fairly successful, you know, um, kind of gave Sony the bravado they needed to go full steam ahead with the Craven, the Morbius, and the Madam Web, which were all commercial failures, right? And they all had, some actors in there. Jared Leto, who I like him. I'm pretty sure Mac, which means Mac hates him.
I never did like him, even before that.
So you don't like 30 Seconds to Mars? I would take it.
No,
Okay. I mean,
why
I'm
would
not
I
a fan
listen to
either.
that?
They got some good songs. So now you see, here we're gonna go into devil's advocate mode. They got a couple good
Yeah,
songs.
see, there's a difference between grunge and emo. I'm not grunge. You wore black and like hated everything. Emo
Mhm.
was you cried in a corner because somebody yelled at you.
So you think the approach of emo is like a disempowerment vibe, where
Yes,
grunge is more like more like a outward, expression, like more ballsy,
grunge is like an off branch of punk.
hmm. I see that. I mean, there's some I think bands that are like kind of weave right around that same.
Emo is snowflake music.
Mhm. You heard it first here, America. Emo is snowflake music. I didn't say it.
I did.
I'm just
I'll admit to
I
it.
was
I
just
don't
born.
care.
I was just born into this world. I'm not emo. Hey, although emo, yeah, I get it. Easy, low hanging fruit to make fun of, But people have emotions, and some people are brave enough to be vulnerable. And so, to you emotes, you emoticon, kudos to you, man. I'm not mad. I mean, that's not the approach I was, so I see where Mac's coming from because we were raised in our generation when when you show your weaknesses and like it's not something where that is looked at as positive, right? But like if you got a problem, like shut the fuck up about it. That's how we were raised.
Pretty much.
So the whole emo thing is like like the antithesis of the vibe that kids who grew up in the 80s where it was like, yeah. And so I think sometimes we look at it as a weakness or something. We see other people being overly expressive about their emotions and shit, which is
It's when you
not
walk up and you just smack them, tell them to get over it.
just room for everybody. Room for everybody. But I think a happy medium ground is something. You got to be in touch with your emotions. You shouldn't be trauma dumping on people and stuff. I think at the end of the day, you gotta try to help yourself out before you, I think, burden others with trying to assist you. Not saying to be afraid to get assistance because sometimes people really need help, and crying and making sad music about it is not the way to get help, but it probably gives you something to do, and there's a couple good songs that come out of that. So that makes perfect sense. That's basically what Sony's doing right now, and they're getting they're basically the emo version of the Marvel universe. I don't know how that.
I don't. I don't know. I think Sony does a better job than or Disney's doing with Marvel.
Oh my god, bro. No, Mac. I
Yes.
know you didn't just say that. Sony is doing a better job of what than Marvel? What? What are they doing a better job of?
Not making it emo.
Okay. I know you're not saying they're making better comic book movies though. I know that's not what you're saying. 'Cause you're
Darker
fucking
movies.
crazy.
Yes, they're making more. Less feely, happy vibe Marvel movies, like the dark grittier type.
Hmm.
Marvel is just doing the fucking Disney princess shit to their company.
So I think you're letting some of the methods, and I get what you're saying. I think some of Marvel is huge and just disgusting for the amount of virtue signaling I think they do,
Yeah.
and trying to manipulate people, and the common themes that are going on, and they try to twine them into their movies and stuff. So not like saying I'm all against all that stuff because I like mixing it up and stuff like that. But one of the examples to me that was kind of tone deaf was an Endgame, which I think I always say that Infinity War is a better movie than Endgame, even though
Mhm.
Endgame has like my all-time favorite scene in it, which is definitely this part is in that scene, which is kind of, I'm a hypocrite. The A Force where they brought in all the females and stuff. It was so forced, where they brought in
Oh
your
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
actress,
It's so
Allison
funny.
or
Like
Allison.
I wanted to forget that even happened.
That was tough, bro. And
The best
here's
part was
my
when
thing,
the plank got smacked across the planet.
dude. Here, so I could just hear fucking Malachi and Mac rolling in their graves in that scene, dude. But I didn't like it for other reasons. It was forced. It was poorly done. Like
No,
I
that's one
think
of the reasons why I didn't like it.
give me like a dope ass female, Fox Force 5 situation, and I'm all for it, bro. I love women protagonists, which some people are insecure and don't enjoy. But I like Captain Marvel. But what I don't like is that scene. And The reason why is it doesn't make any sense. For one, if you were gonna have this celebratory moment of women in the comic book field and stuff, for you to leave Scarlett Johansson out of that, who pretty much built that lane, um, that seemed like a huge disservice to women right there.
Yeah.
And she just became the highest grossing actor, right, in like the world ever or some shit recently.
I don't know. I know her and a lot of the older cast for the Marvel movies have like basically told Disney to fuck off.
Yeah, so obviously Scarlett was the first one who went balls up with them. She started a lawsuit with them. She was gonna be an executive producer in that movie, and she decided she wanted her name taken off of it because she said she didn't even really do anything.
Mhm.
I can't remember. Maybe it was Ironheart. I don't know. But yeah,
I
so
don't blame her.
that just seemed. I have a Scarlett Johansson hot toy behind me, dude.
Uh,
I'm a big fan of her as an actor, dude, and obviously, she's beautiful and everything, but that's not just why. Like, I enjoy her acting in a lot of movies, like her, um, Lucy, like Ghost in a Shell, which is not as good as the anime, but like these are movies I enjoyed, right? She tends to
Mhm.
do a good part in these movies. I loved her character, Scarlet Witch, or Black Widow, I mean. And you
I'm just
know
saying she
what?
played her.
I'll tell you the moment, dude, that I just really decided that I was enjoying her in this part, dude. Do you remember how she would interrogate people
Oh yeah.
and she would be tied up and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like basically pretending to where they're interrogating her,
Yeah.
and then she'd be
Yeah, she
fucking
flipped the
tied up,
tables on him.
and they would say something, and she'd be like, "Oh," like basically like I just mind fucked you,
Yeah.
and then she'd break out, and then like that's the information I needed.
Yeah.
I thought that was so fucking dope.
Oh, I did too. That was the reason why I liked it.
I
But
thought, man, that is
Like you
sick,
look at
dude.
them
That's how
now, and
you
it's
do it.
like
You let the other person think they're fucking grilling you, dude, and then let them be in power and shit. It's a good tactic when you're trying to get some information off of someone. Sometimes you gotta let somebody tie you up, dude, and beat the shit out of you to get what you need.
where you going with
Norbius
this?
was way emo.
Morpheus, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Malachi. Tell your fucking buddy here that Morbius is the all-time emo flick ever, bro.
I didn't say it wasn't. I just said that they have a darker tone than what Disney's putting out.
That's true. You know what would fix that, Mac?
What?
The
Quentin
Ghost Rider.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Quentin Tarantino doing a fucking Marvel movie.
Hey, so
No.
so you don't like Quentin Tarantino?
No.
The foot
So
fetish guy?
wouldn't
No,
you
not
want
really.
him? Wouldn't you want him? Because supposedly his next movie is going to be his last one. So wouldn't you want him to make a Marvel movie just to send him out with the bang and get him the fuck out of your hair?
No, because I know it's going to be shitty too.
Mm-hmm. But he's got to make one last movie. For him to go bye-bye, you've got to stomach one more movie.
I don't have to stomach it.
The sooner it's out, the better, right?
I
For
guess.
humanity.
For everybody else, I'm not going to watch it.
I was trying to trick him. I was trying to Black Widow him into becoming a Tarantino
Nope.
fan for Marvel.
The only
I'll take
movie
a
that he did
Tarantino
that I
Marvel
liked
movie.
was Pulp Fiction.
Good movie. What about
And the only reason
Reservoir
why I
Dogs?
enjoyed it, and the only reason why I liked that is because I was stoned and high as fuck.
Reservoir Dogs?
Nope.
Yeah, that nope. So ready. Nope. Nope. So this is all this is all fucking about Spider-Man and Sony just giving up, which could eventually end up meaning they're gonna sell the IP to Marvel/Disney. So then, you'll see a lot more Marvel. You'll see a lot more Spider-Man, hopefully, in the MCU and Disney Plus shows.
Maybe.
And you may see this as a good or a bad thing. I'm excited about the consolidation just because I do want to see more integration between different properties. I want to see it done organically and done right. And I think Spider-Man is the cornerstone of building that universe in any Marvel fans, you know, wish list. I want to see the Ghost Rider teaming up with Spider-Man, right? So I'm all about Ghost Rider. Everyone knows it's a running gag.
See, I'd rather see Ghost Rider and Punisher team up.
Oh yeah, I would too, but I'm just saying, like, I need Spider-Man to team up with everybody because I feel like he's just that guy that obviously you want Ghost Rider and all the other darker characters because that's badass.
Mhm.
But there's room for Spider-Man and Wolverine and Spider-Man and Hulk and Spider-Man and Thor.
Oh yeah.
It just goes natural in my opinion. What I wanted to ask you
Oh yeah.
in chat is if and when Sony gives up on the IP Spider-Man and just sells it, how much do you think they're going to sell it for?
It depends on how much Marvel's going to pay them for it. Marvel or Disney has the fucking money to shell out for it, so they'll
I
probably give them way
I'm
more than what it's worth, just so nobody
I'm
else will get
guessing.
it.
I think $1 billion.
I'm about to say it'd be like around maybe 3 or 4. Like I
Billion?
said, yeah. That way, no other
Goddamn, the
fucking.
Celtics. That's a goddamn team with human beings. They sold for $6 million.
And the
or
reason
6
why I
billion.
say that is because Marvel is a monopoly, or Disney's a monopoly.
You're saying the
Yeah.
market is artificial, and they're
Well,
gonna take advantage of Disney's stranglehold on democracy and the
no,
economy.
they're gonna tear. I mean, Disney's taking a stranglehold on the fucking comic industry anyway, making them into movies and buying everything else.
It'll be
Hell,
around
even DC's
400
probably
million for
DC's
the
probably
remaining
even going.
properties they hold.
DC's probably going or hasn't done well either. I don't even know how the new Superman movie went. I kind of want to see it.
I've heard mixed things. I am indifferent. I'm sure it'll be cool in my opinion, but I guess the most important thing is how it's commercially received. Because I loved Thunderbolts, but it tanked, which means less of whatever that was is because that's how Disney reacts, right?
Well, you also gotta think Thunderbolts is like a niche fucking comic anyway.
Yeah, they said that there was a lot of reasons why that was gonna fail. None of them are Florence Pugh's fault, though. Can we all agree on that? You hate her too, Mac.
Who the fuck
What
is
did she
that?
ever do to you? She was raised by Russian spies.
Who's she?
The new Black Widow.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I gave up on Marvel.
Damn. You know that hurts when you say that. I hate anime. How about that?
That's you.
I don't really. I just wanted to hurt you.
Hey, in touch with your feelings. I don't have any. We're fine.
So yeah, I think this is an actual organic segue. So Marvel consolidating
That wasn't the real Taskmaster.
Spider-Man might end up with a DC movie, huh?
They might.
Warner Brothers too.
Although,
Like
I
a
said,
Marvel DC movie.
I think Warner Brothers is losing their might actually be selling their shit too.
That's what I've heard. Is they're considering selling DC. Do you want to see DC go to Disney as well, just so we can have all of our action?
So we can have
in
somewhat
one
of a
sandbox?
decent DC movie.
Aquaman 1, I liked.
Or
I like
storylines that
Wonder Woman.
are, go into each other.
Yeah, that actually are fit together.
Yeah.
Did you see the Snyder cut of Justice League?
No.
It was. I feel like it was way better.
It probably was, but I'm not sitting through another Titanic movie.
And you like dark movies. The Snyder shit was kind of.
Oh yeah, I mean I
very,
like
very
dark
gritty.
movies, but I ain't got the patience to sit through a 3.5 hour movie.
Worth it.
No,
That movie could be 24 hours with what they were doing. I would have watched. The new Superman was decent though,
All right.
except for the whole killing Taskmaster in under 15 minutes.
Yeah, that
part.
wasn't Taskmaster.
That was Task Bastard. Yeah, man. Spoiler alert, Malachi. Jesus, just spoiler rape everybody.
I mean, he came for
No,
me. I don't give a shit.
that was whack, dude. I don't care that she's dead or whatever, but the problem was they did all this character building in Black Widow for this character, and for to have this like unsatisfying, um, way to go at the end of the day, it's like all of that build up for nothing. And supposedly she was in the movie, and they rescrubbed it, and uh, supposedly the main reason they killed her was to build the stakes
Agreed.
quicker in the movie.
See, I feel they did Taskmaster dirty. He should have been. He should be one of the main villains for.
She, sir, get her pronouns right.
Kiss my ass. I'm talking about the real one. They should use Taskmaster. Master, shit, I can't talk. And make him part of the Deadpool storyline, since he was one of like his main antagonist.
Well, I'm sure when it comes to comic book movies, anything's possible. But at this point, I don't know how much room there is left in people's kind of minds and hearts for these um kind of B-level characters. I'm with it. Everyone knows that. I'll watch it all, but it's not about what I want or what I care about. It's about what like the masses are going to support. And Disney's not going to continue. So if they don't get to like the meat and the potatoes finally, instead of trying to just focus on world building and give us an actual badass movie, I don't know how much fandom there's going to be left to actually support these. And we're going to go back to comic books becoming counterculture and niche instead of mainstream, which is okay with me too.
Yeah, to get rid of the bullshit way they're going with it now.
Yeah, man. There's definitely
Ironheart.
been some mistakes.
Ironheart, She-Hulk.
Ironheart, everybody knows I like it a lot.
Ah,
It was
I'm sorry.
huge.
Whatever.
Did you finish it?
I
No.
didn't. No, and I'm not going to even start it.
Exactly.
Dude, from what I've seen of the trailers, I already know that it's garbage. It's doing the same thing She-Hulk did.
Malachi said he didn't like She-Hulk because it was too sexual. He said that seeing a green super chick just made him too randy, and he couldn't deal with it, dude.
Yeah, I don't really care about the female Jolly Green Giant twerking on screen. That's
Well, the
fucking
problem was
stupid.
that Malachi grew up watching Star Trek, and his spirit animal, Captain Kirk, used to bang all the aliens. So it pretty much means Malachi grew up always looking for that green cooch.
Speaking of Captain
And
Kirk, this kind of veers off of it. Am I the only one that never got scared of Michael Myers?
yes, when I was a kid, when I was a little ass kid, I like thought Michael Myers was damn near real.
It's Captain Kirk.
Hey, if you're not
It's
afraid
William
of William
Shatner's
Shatner,
face. I mean,
William Shatner is a creepy looking motherfucker, man.
what's to be scared
I
of?
can't do it. It's not enough. Damn. Hey, the best form of diplomacy, as taught by the Spaniards and Kirk, is banging all their women. Whoa.
I think the only person that outbeats Kirk is or Shatner is what's his name? I played James Bond, and
Sean Connery, my
yeah,
friend.
yeah, yeah.
Don't you forget my name.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget his name. I don't care. I'm old. I don't give a shit. I'm lucky I
I was
remember what
the
happened like
only
a couple hours ago.
I was the only good James Bond.
He
Got
was.
it. I bested Nicolas Cage on the Rock.
You know, they're saying that's actually part of 007.
The Rock?
Yeah.
It makes sense. So he was like locked up because he knew too much. Nicolas Cage had to bust him out.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, hey, you never. So you
What
did
happened?
answer. You said if DC sold to Disney, we might actually get a good DC movie.
Yeah.
So let's bring it all
Well, I
together.
didn't say good. I said decent.
So as fans, we love this shit, but here's the concern. Let's be honest. Let's just be serious for 1 second. When with all these huge media companies consolidating, we're truly eliminating a lot of options here. I think one of the biggest erosive factors to democracy is these huge media conglomerates like Disney,
Well, they shouldn't be
Time
monopolies.
Warner. The larger these things become, like, the like it's interesting when you think of like every single piece of media, whether it be, newspapers, channels, websites, billboards, magazines. They're
Mhm.
they're all controlled by just a few companies.
Oh yeah.
Where 20 years ago it was dozens and dozens of large players in the game.
Now it's
Now we're
only a
down to
few.
just a few.
Yeah.
So basically, with this much control and a lot of connections to the military, interesting enough, it's just concerning. I think, like, just where are we gonna be in the future? Like, I joke like it's gonna be like Wells Disney Fargo of America, bro. Our kids are gonna have their internet from Disney and shit, and
Mhm.
they're gonna get their shots from Disney all in one spot. You know what I mean? So that's the scary part of it. And sometimes through all these
Brings a
years,
whole new meaning to we're going to Disney World.
yeah, exactly, bro. What are you gonna do? You just got out of jail. What are you gonna do? I'm going to Disney World because I live in it. Kind of like that idio. What is it called? Idiocracy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's basically the
Christopher
fucking
Reeves.
foretelling.
All right, this is a little dark thing. Was the horse that paralyzed Christopher Reeves, was it actually called Kryptonite?
Let's see.
As if it was. Or they could just change the name to it.
Eastern Express.
It needs its name changed.
With the exception of Christopher Reeves, who did as good as he could for the time. Yeah, I think I'm interested in the Superman. We got a Megan 2 coming out too. So tell us why you hate that, Mac.
I don't care for dolls.
uh, my wife, so we love that shit. And they had a lot of Megan properties because of Blumhouse and Halloween Horror Nights.
Mhm.
So we've been like we got to sit like front row with like this whole Megan show they did. Like, we just love Megan. My daughter loves Megan. So Megan 2.0's coming out, or it's out, and we're gonna definitely watch it. But my wife was kind of like a little bit angry about like the marketing. She thinks they kind of made Megan look a little more adult, like a little more sexualized. And I don't think she's wrong. I think that they didn't. It's not overt, but I think she went from being like a little girl doll to just being like more like, what's that anime movie
Which one?
where that just came out like not too long ago? It was a mainstream movie. What was it called? Like Alina or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I swear it looks like one of those, bro. What is that like? Like, that's, I want to say there's like a lot of animes. They release like
Well, she
robot
wasn't a
chick.
doll. She was basically kind of like a
She looks
cyborg.
like one of those fucking anime sexy robot chick designs,
Well, you've been
like
looking up.
warrior. I don't watch it. You're the anime guy. You tell me. That's not check. Everywhere you go, there's like these fucking sculptures and shit, and like borderline, pornografia.
You okay?
And so my wife said that Megan's steering a little bit towards that way, and she don't like that. She likes her being innocent Megan. She don't want Megan to come into her own and be a woman. I told my wife to not slut shame Megan because she's a hater.
Oh, I never got into it. Never watched it, and didn't even watch the first one. It just didn't. Uh, it reminds me of too much of like a female version of Chucky, and I'm like, ugh, whatever.
We all know you hate Chucky.
Yep.
Which I got a big ass Chucky animatronic. Congratulations.
Good job.
You'd hate it.
Melt it.
So do you hate them because you think they're stupid, or do you think they're disturbing? I feel like you think they're disturbing.
No, they're not disturbing. Hell, I got freaking. My sister has like porcelain dolls all over her room.
But didn't you tell me you buried your My Buddy doll?
Yeah, I was a kid at the time.
Why would? But you obviously thought it was creepy at one time.
Yeah, at one time, not anymore.
Do you think maybe your hatred is you're reverse emoing and you're like, you know what? I'm not afraid. They're just stupid. But in your head, you're like little creeped out by dolls.
No, I mean, I can pick them up and throw them. They're not gonna hurt me.
But they'll bite you.
Ooh, plastic bite mark. I've been bit by my dog. Come on. I've been
Yeah,
bit by a
if you
horse.
get
I've been
bit by
bit by a dog.
Yeah, if you get bit by like Chucky, at least it's probably sterile.
Ooh,
You get bit by a
plastic.
dog, dude. You fucking probably gonna need rabies shots if you're not sure what's up with that dog.
Hell, I'd be more afraid of a dentist than I would be going to having dolls around me.
Oh, dude, don't even get started with dentists, bro. I thought we're not gonna talk about. We're not gonna go too dark on this podcast because
You know about it,
fuck
go dark.
dentists. Fuck dentists. That's some real scary shit. That noise.
That noise puts me to sleep. What are you talking about?
That wee. Fuck, bro.
I could go straight to sleep.
Oh my god, bro.
Like
I
my
could
first
feel it
tattoo.
in
My first tattoo I got, everybody's like, "It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt." And I was like, "All right." I went in there and like we started up, did the outline. I was already. I didn't pass out. I just fell straight to sleep.
I think that sounds a little different from a drill to a tattoo gun, though, bro.
I've been around race cars and shit, so I know what power tools sound like. So
Keep that thing away from me, man. They can take my teeth out of my cold dead body. You know what I mean?
I'm also the type of person that goes, "Oh, this tooth cracked. Give me a pair of pliers and some whiskey."
Oh no,
I've
man.
actually done that.
That's tough, man. Hey, give me 30 seconds. Be right back. I got a potty break.
Go ahead. What else? What else was I going? I gotta find it. Whoa. I don't know where it's at. Oh yeah, the game of the year shit. Talk about that because I can't believe they're nominating a game that doesn't even fucking deserve to be on there. Anybody else have anything that we can bullshit about? I mean, I still have more to go through. It's just I want to, make it last longer than an hour. We have the what the fuck was it called? It was Stop Gaming shit or something petition that's been going around.
What petition?
Oh, I'm just talking off my head. The
Stop killing games thing?
yeah, they have that thing. That some people are confused on what it's about. They're kind of dumb as hell to think that it's the opposite of what they're talking about because it said nothing to do with what this person talked about on it.
Man, sometimes the messenger will fuck up the whole message. You got to be careful sometimes. So I remember you sharing with me this story. So some guy basically put out that the stop killing games was for like something a little more specific than it actually was, and he might have actually stopped a lot of the momentum of the movement
Well,
there.
it tried. It backfired on him. like everything he usually does. And I don't even think I've heard people say he apologized about it, but I don't think he. I don't even think he even did that.
Is that
But
the Brad Online? Is that his name, or what's the guy's name?
uh, the pirate software dude.
But the movement seems pretty good. So basically,
Oh
it's
yeah,
just a bunch of gamers trying to get together to hold game companies accountable for selling you something, and then
and then
sometimes
taking it
even less
back.
than a year later, you with no reimbursement, or they decide to cancel the game, and it seems pretty unfair, especially like you said, in context with the piracy laws
Yeah,
that
I'm
people are
I-
held
I'm
accountable.
fine with piracy now.
You're
I
so
mean,
lit.
yeah,
Hey
I'm all
man,
for it now.
I feel like piracy is can be a good thing, as far as an equalizer of if you have a game, and let's say there's 100 games, and I may not be able to play, more than just a couple, just based on my,
I mean,
money.
how many game companies have come out and said, "Get used to it. You don't own the games anymore."
Yeah, I think definitely gaming has become more, brash when it comes to managing their consumers and feeling like a lot more entitled, right? Like, and hey man, the realest truest form of democracy is where people put their money. If we continue to invest in these companies, Disney, we were just talking about that, but they got their own gaming shit going on too. But anybody who's trying to sell you something, if you keep shoveling money over and you don't like what you're getting, you're part of the problem.
Well, I mean, the whole process behind that is like what I told you earlier. It's like going to a store, purchasing something, you go to pay for it, and they take the item back and take your money at the same time. So it's like you're not really getting anything. But the whole thing about it was all brought up during the issue with the crew game. Because I mean, I bought the crew. The crew was fun. I liked it. I played it with a couple buddies of mine, and then we stopped. But I still want to get back on it every now and then. And I'm like, oh, I can't because it's a dead game, and literally dead because I think it's Ubisoft decided to say we're shutting the servers down, but we're not making an offline mode because it's always an online game. So, you know, thanks for the money.
And I think the video you shared with me is basically saying that games should have some type of liability to their fans, and beyond that, if they truly need to step away, then they need to be able to turn over the code and
Yeah.
basically make the game sufficient enough to where the community can continue it openly. So kind of more like a open source type of mentality when it comes to managing the software, right?
Something like that. Like, you not making money off of it per se, but like for the people who's already got the game and are
Y-
still in a
Yeah,
fan base,
it's
would
like
be
if you
able
don't
to
want
still
to
play
make
it.
money off of it, let us,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't have a problem with me modding or hosting or whatever. You should be supportive of it at that point. You're handing the baby off.
Hmm.
You don't want to take care of that kid anymore, but you've got a community that does. You need to hand it off
Yeah.
or get
Uh,
sued.
Speaking of getting sued, Nintendo Switch 2 is being sued. Or Nintendo's being sued because of the Switch 2.
Talk about a game company that seems like it's at war with its fans.
It's at war with its fans and it's war with itself.
Dude, so I don't know who's more like an ominous character at this point, Mickey Mouse or Mario. They both are like emblematic of like fucking just like the worst parts of capitalism, dude.
My thing is, I feel like Nintendo started going downhill when they came over to our side of the lake.
They got westernized.
Yeah, and that's pretty much any Japanese not country company that has started out over, went big, and then they moved over here, and then it just started falling apart because they got rid of their core beliefs that actually got them to where.
So people like companies need to stay in their creative lane and be true to their principles, and
Yeah.
even if that is less beneficial short term, you need to look at things like long term. if you want to have like a healthy fanhood that's gonna support your stuff going forward.
Like, look at Square. I mean, there's some people I know like with Square Enix.
Mm-hmm.
Once they came over here, all their shit started getting like censored, demonetized, or not demonetized. It's always put
I
those
tell you
words
what,
together.
I didn't pay it too close attention, but I know once it went from SquareSoft to something else, something changed.
Square Enix, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I
Mhm.
felt. I wasn't monitoring closely, but it like once they dropped, which they went Square Enix, it's like I wasn't
They went from
too mindful
SquareSoft
of
to
it,
Square Limp.
but it changed.
They went from SquareSoft to Square Limp.
Yes, the Square Hard started taking it to their fans.
They just need to take it back, and it'll be Square Hard.
Yeah. So, what is the like? What do people feel like? I mean, obviously, I feel like this is a stupid question, but it does need to be said in 2025 all over again. Does a company have any right? Obviously not, to bricking a fucking system. You paid your hard-earned money for it. And I thought we had like a ruling on this with the iPhone and like doing like some mods a few years ago, right? Where they did
Nintendo's their
support the
own.
rule that we own. Like when you buy a device, you own it. Like wasn't that like a
yeah,
ruling?
that was.
So
But
I don't know.
yeah, I mean it was, but Nintendo is their own god, and they can do whatever the hell they want and get away with shit.
Stay tuned for Super Mario Brother movie 2.
Yeah.
If
We
they made
cut
a
the
Zelda
fans.
movie, I know you'd be there so fucking fast, man.
No, I wouldn't. I'd
be
be
fucking
laughing because I'm
waiting in
going.
line.
No, the first thing I'll ask is, does he talk in this movie? If so, no. Is this going to be a silent movie like back in the like 1920s?
Played by a fucking Buster Keaton AI generated Link with the silent film era for 2025.
You know, sadly enough, they are making a Zelda movie.
Yeah, I think Mario kind of like ensured that we're gonna get like a whole Nintendo verse, right?
I hope not.
We're getting a Nintendo verse. Hey, too bad too bad they're burying Diddy just because Diddy is named after our character. We're not named after Diddy. Give us back Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy didn't do nothing wrong. Puff Daddy did.
Oh, according to the
No,
courts, he
they
didn't
like-
do anything wrong.
Shit, nobody did nothing wrong. I feel like you're opening that one door almost.
I'm not trying to. Dude, I was trying to keep it quiet when you were talking about Megan.
A lot of people are innocent these days. Lot of stuff we didn't find. More stuff the no news is more important than the news these days.
I don't get my news from anything except for YouTube now.
So yeah, I mean nowadays there's a lot of islands that are out there. Fantasy Island, the Island Boys. Lots of shit out there. A lot of bad stuff happens on islands. Everyone knows that. But a lot of good stuff too. Shout out to Maui.
Damn. Yeah.
We're not that kind of podcast.
You were setting me up for that. I know it.
I was trying to bait you so hard. I was throwing chum in the water.
I know, right?
That guy in Jaws. You know that.
You even tried it with Megan because I caught on the one with Megan.
He's a man eater. I was chumming the water for Mac.
I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to say something.
Oh goodness.
What's this Chuck E. Cheese thing you sent me?
Dude, Chuck E. Cheese is going to start making their own adult franchise. Like, have you ever been to a barcade? Do you guys got barcades?
What was it, SMM with Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes. Hey. I know. What a bunch of fucking furries show up. And they'll be like, no, bro, we're not about furries. We're animatronics. Dude. I feel like if fucking Chuck E. Cheese... Okay, dude, this is a side rant, and I'll get right back to this. But why, like, that you've got carnivals and shit, right? I was just watching Shake play that game, Misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this level where they go to this creepy carnival. why don't carnivals and circuses pivot in the autumn and fall and turn it into like a horror theme, like I think that would be cool. And same thing for Chuck E. Cheese. Make those. You got creepy ass animatronics. You went away from it because it was like creeping people out,
Yeah.
and now you don't realize people like to be creeped out. So
No.
lean into it. Bring back Ronald McDonald because he's creepy. And so, like I was saying, barcades. Chuck E. Cheese is making its own adult theme, series of openings that is gonna lean more towards like the barcade experience. Do you have any barcades? Do you enjoy barcades?
Don't have any over here.
Okay, well that is very sad, and I don't know what to say after you said. Just kidding, but yeah, dude. So there's like this whole like wave. You've heard of this, right? You
So
never
is
heard
it-
of a barcade, Chrono?
Is that supposed to be like the was it oh fuck.
It's like an arcade where they serve alcohol. At the
Yeah,
end
I
of the
know.
day.
I was trying.
Some of them are
I was
dope.
trying to think of like one of the main ones of something and something.
Coin Op is a huge one out here. We've got them in like San Diego, Temecula, other places. But I mean, like your Dave and Buster's
Yeah, that's the
is
place
not
I was
quite
thinking.
there. Dave and Buster's a little bit. This tries to bring back a more of a nostalgic type vibe with a smaller dive bar kind of situation. There's some really good ones, and some of them are, whatever. I think there's definitely something different about a barcade versus
The only thing I
like
have
Dave and
that's
Buster's.
somewhat close to that is fucking like not Little Caesars or not Little Caesars, fucking Mr. Gaddy's.
Mr. Gaddy's.
Yeah, it's like a little kid place with like for pizza. It's like a buffet like for pizza, and like they have arcades and shit for kids.
Yeah. So we get a lot of them out here, man.
I mean, we might have some out here, but I don't go downtown, so I stay away from like busy areas.
I feel that. So you're not gonna if Chuck E. Cheese makes a barcade in your neighborhood, just a mile down the street from you, you're gonna go and hang out there?
A mile from my neighborhood, probably. But if they go like, if they go past the overpass, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, I was saying if anybody
Once
if
your
we end up
front,
going,
once you don't have a front yard, is when I stop going towards that area. Once you start parking on the street, I'm done because
it's
they don't want you
subsiding
to
for
have a
you.
driveway.
You need a wide berth to feel at
Yeah.
home.
I want to see land.
If I can't see the dirt, no.
I can't see dirt or grass, then if I can
Asphalt
reach
just-
out, if I can reach out the side window or out my window to grab a cup of coffee from my neighbor, I'm good. No, that's not the area for me.
Mac is like the Sanderson sisters from what is that shit called? Hocus Pocus. Remember when they step out of their fucking thing and they see the street and they're like, "Oh, Black River." Oh shit. What witchcraft is this?
I'm fine with that.
And yeah, so I'm honestly not excited for this Chuck E. Cheese idea. Just because Chuck E. Cheese used to be really dope. I mean, it's still okay with the but Chuck E. Cheese was never an arcade. I mean, they had games there, and the animatronics were cool and creepy and shit. I love them. I had a great time when I was a kid, but it's a difference, bro.
They
So
always
like you're
sparked and like the eyes always flickered and everything.
yeah, they're
broke.
weird, bro. They're dope, but like like I didn't. They had some good games. Like the problem with Chuck E. Cheese, in my opinion, is like half the shit is broken. Which with an arcade, like it's almost there's a lot of love in there, and I feel like most of them, the good ones, they upkeep their most popular machines at least, right? To where
That's because they get money
just
out
put
of
them
it.
to play. so people come to play them. So you don't fucking have no, broken shit hanging out. I drop my quarter in, and then I gotta feel like a mooch going and asking for 25 cents back. And I
Dude.
think so. But for pizza and the tickets and the whack-a-mole, yeah, I fuck with Chuck E. Cheese. But you're not an arcade. You never were, and now you want to capitalize and pivot into this new barcade, which is a hit or miss venture already to me as a fan of arcades. And I do love arcades, but it's hard to do them right.
Mm.
Because you're grasping at nostalgia, and that's like kind of like everyone's a little different. What I used to love about arcades, as bad as it is, they have this whole vibe that you really don't get even at the current barcades, right? Barcades are cool, you get the retro shit, and you're like, okay, that's a lot of nostalgia. But no one's ever done an arcade like how they used to have them in the malls everywhere, like in Terminator. First
Yeah.
of all, it's got to be dark, and you need that carpet that's blacklight reactive, and you need like a lot of lights and shit, and that's the whole thing I miss about arcades, bro. I miss the 80s.
Well, same with movie theaters. They used to be like that too. They're not even like that anymore. At least the ones out here.
There was this older movie theater that I used to like to go to, and everybody hated it. My family, I used to force them to go, and it was a little more run down. And I told them, dude, I used to love watching horror movies there because it just was so immersive to me.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, like if there's a movie and it's a big weekend, it can get really busy at these bigger theaters. This little rundown one
Had nobody
you
there.
can exactly. So it was like more privacy.
Yeah.
I could enjoy it more. I feel like I was able to enjoy the movie more because the old school style of the theater, I think, lend to the whole experience, and which is also why I do like watching horror movies at little rundown drive-in theaters.
Like, I have to drive maybe, I think it's like 20 something miles out of my way just to go to a drive in. And I'd rather do that than go to a actual like theater that's out now.
I enjoy drive-ins. We've got a real busted one over here in Rubidoux, and it is fucking great. And fucking scary as fuck. Just driving up there, scary.
And oddly enough, you get more out of your dollar going to a drive-in than you do going to just a theater.
Typically, they're better priced than these huge, overpriced corporate, fucking AMC or
Because
Edwards, whatever.
not only are you paying to get you get to sit in your own car, nobody else is like gonna nudge you or walk in front of you or excuse me every 5 minutes, and you have to move your fucking legs for them to walk around.
Less being bumped into and
Yeah.
commotion and stuff. More comfort, more privacy, more security.
Yeah. Not only that, you're paying for the movie you want to watch, and then on top of that, there's always a second movie behind it that you get for free.
Dude, right? My wife, dude, 9 out of 10 times gets tired, and I'll be like trying to talk her into that second movie. She'll be like, and most of the time I've learned to just get the fuck out of there. It's not
I
worth.
just tell them to fall asleep. I'm watching it.
Yeah, go to sleep. I'm driving.
There's a back seat. Lay down.
I'm the man.
That's why I'm still single.
Oh shit. But yeah, man, go watch some horror movies in a drive-through. Go to go to a fucking rundown one. You can have a real creepy ass time. It's like a fucking an escape room. Just trying to make it out alive. But keep that thing on you.
Like, oddly enough, I miss the old like movie theaters where like you could walk in and feel you could like walk out of your shoes because they would get stuck to the fucking floor.
Sticky floors, bro. Arcades are known for sticky floors too, dude.
Like, yeah, I miss that.
I do too, bro. Chucky, if you're gonna make this shit, you want us to potentially embrace it, you make your floors fucking sticky. First
Put
of all,
fucking rubber cement all over the floor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just. Oh man, dude. Do you remember the balls at Chuck E. Cheese?
No, I never played with his balls.
The balls on that guy. Huge rat balls.
You talking about the ball pit?
I'm talking about the ball pits.
Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I remember I used to go into the ball pits at Chuck E. Cheese. They would have like a distinct smell, and
Urine and shit. Yeah.
I would always terrible, terrible. I would be like always searching the bottom of the ball pits. You'd
Look, I
always
found a
find
diaper.
coins, money. No, because every shit would come out of people's pockets.
I found a
many
diaper.
coins. The ball pit. I used to just go in there. I was like probably too big to be in there at that point. Like I was like 10, and it was probably like 5 to 7-year-old in there. And I'm like, hold up, don't worry. Let me just scan the bottom of this. I'm out of here. I swear, bro. You find me some fucking tokens. I got a bunch of Chuck E. Cheese. I got a collection of tokens, honestly, from a few prominent arcades, and even arcades don't use tokens anymore, which is a loss,
Yeah.
dude.
Now they use what? I don't even use tickets anymore.
They use fucking the cards, dude.
Yeah. Which I mean, in a way, that's kind of better, but it
It's
takes,
better, but damn it takes something.
yeah.
I took a Malachi to a badass barcade in Riverside, dude, called the Game Lab, and it's all cards, and I think it's because it's a lot less maintenance and issues, right? Because you know how often those fucking coin things, somebody puts a fingernail in there and shit, and they put a wooden nickel. So I think with the cards, I think it's just a lot less maintenance and shit that these arcades have to deal with. I would guess. Not to mention the logistics of like having physical coins and having to replace them and that kind of thing.
Unless you lose the card, then you're fucked. Or somebody grabs your card instead of theirs.
I wish somebody would grab my card. You started with the balls. I told you. You open the doors. I'm
That's
kick
fine.
them open.
That's fine. I've been kicking them enough.
There's a episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they do like this Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, that's a
spoof.
show I never got into.
Oh, dude, I love that fucking episode. I love that show.
Everybody talks about it. I don't know. I have a thing like when it comes to like shows and shit. If everybody's on the bandwagon, I always veer off of it.
Is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia a bandwagon show? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people watch it, but I didn't think it was like. It's not like The Simpsons.
I mean, same
It's
with
not like South Park.
Same with Sopranos and shit like that. I just never really cared because that's
Like,
all
you
I
know,
heard
sometimes-
everybody talking about. I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just stick to Dexter or
Speaking of, isn't there something new coming out from Dexter right now? Something just dropped.
a little while back something did, but I don't know if anything new is.
I've been
I'll
seeing
see now.
advertisements. Malachi, what's going on with Dexter, your nephew?
Mm.
Simpsons is a GOAT tier, even though the later seasons aren't as good as the classics.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. What do you think about the Simpsons, man?
I was
Fucking
more of a
50
Beavis and
years.
Butthead fan.
50 years strong, dude.
I was more of a Beavis and Butthead fan.
Yeah, man. Beavis and Butthead keeps trying to come back, and it's not working out.
Dude, they can't.
There's like 2-3 reboots. Fire.
They can't come back because that era of like entertainment is done and gone.
Yeah, there's no music videos.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Beavis and Butthead was sick when they would watch the music videos and shit. They would just clown on everybody.
Dude, that's
pretty
one.
much.
That's one of the main reasons I watch it is because they joked on the music videos.
I'm like thinking. I don't know why I'm thinking about when they watch Billy Idol, Eyes Without a Face.
Yeah.
I just remember all those moments as a kid, dude. And Beavis and Butthead started off as like part of Liquid TV, right?
Yeah. It was just like a little skit.
And then in like Aeon Flux, dude. The Max. They had a lot of cool shit on MTV real late, and I think like that's where Adult Swim kind of stole that Liquid TV. Reminds me of Adult Swim.
Yeah, in a way.
It's like
Is
the
Adult
weirdness
Swim
and
still
shit.
around? I don't watch cable.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure it is, dude. So, what do you think about the Simpsons like predicting all that shit? Do you think that's true? Do you think we live in a simulation? Do you think the government's plotting these things, or do you think it's just pure coincidence?
Just coincidence. I mean, shit. You can. I think they're just in a room going, "Hey, what if we do this? This seems funny."
It's just one of those things where there's so many fucking damn Simpsons that eventually they're gonna predict everything. They keep
Yeah.
making enough fucking shows and running out of ideas. That might be it, dude.
You also had the Mandela effect bullshit going on with it. It was like, "Oh, this was said in this episode." And it's just like, "Are you sure?"
Have you ever experienced the Mandela effect? Do you think there's anything that you remember differently and you swear was correct, but turns out now once you verify that it's different than how you remember?
Dude, I don't believe anything.
I don't even know how to you don't believe anything? Not one single thing. There's a word. There's like that reminds me of like this philosophy. I don't know the name of it. Whoever does, but
'Cause-
basically, you basically think you're just dreaming us all up.
no,
Is that what you think?
what is it? Not deception. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like it's
Inception.
no, it's like you can hear one kind of like the phone game you played in school.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're always going to hear something different from what somebody else says. So like just like the Star Wars thing where everybody said that I'm your father, and he didn't say that.
Mm-hmm.
So like one person hears it, they're going to tell everybody else that, and they're like, oh yeah, that's what he said.
Honestly, if I had to guess, I would say you're 100% right.
Just like these like ghost hunting videos.
Uh-oh, you better watch out. Malachi's in here. Don't disrespect
I'm in
the
here
ghost hunting
too.
community.
No, I am going to disrespect it because one of the reasons
Let him have it.
I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in demons. That being said, every fucking ghost hunting video has a damn person with a radio going, "Oh, look, it said this," and like, if they didn't take the words off the bottom of the screen of what they believe it said, all everybody's going to hear is just gibberish. But once you see the words, you're like, "Oh yeah, that's what it says."
That's what they want you to believe.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I look at that shit.
Man, dude, I hate to do this, but I think you're probably absolutely right. I think 99.99% of all that shit is BS. And it's not to I'm not going to sit here and say they don't exist or they do exist. I'm just going to say that 99.99% of all that shit you see is bullshit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that I'm sure of. So what does that mean? I don't know. There could be more stuff, but
And
my
most
wife
of
gets
the
pissed at me.
and most of the shit that people get freaked about is all the shit that they hear in their head. Like, oh, I heard
Shit
a
on
noise.
Malachi.
No, you didn't. Wait,
Yeah,
did you hear that? And then you're freaking the
my wife
person out
hates me
next to
because
you.
I'm a fence straddler. She asked me like if ghosts exist or aliens exist, and I'm like, maybe, maybe not, right? Oh well, how come all these people and this and that? Well, here's what explains away almost every single fucking thing. People are full of shit. People are crazy. They want fame. They want clout. They want money. They want attention. They're crazy. I might have said that, but it deserves to be said twice. So that explains like all of that shit.
I think it's my years of working retail and having crack
Yeah.
addicts outside. Nothing phases me.
People are full of shit for sure. Especially Malachi. Dude, hey, we were talking about before we started the pod today.
Uh-huh.
We were talking about fruit stripe gum,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Smells good, great flavor, but it only lasts for like less than a second, dude. It's such a
Yeah.
cock
Once
tease.
once you take it out of the wrapper, the flavor's gone. You
And
just
so
smell what it tastes like.
what kind of gum do you guys think, or do you guys remember, dude? Because we were talking about it and we didn't realize how rich of a topic that chewing gum is. But there's a lot of shit that's to be said. What did you say you had to do with the dry ass gum, Mac?
Oh, what the fuck was it?
Bazooka Joe.
Yeah, bazooka gum. Like I would take it because it's so fucking hard. I would just soak it in water for a couple minutes and then chew it.
He had to marinate his gum. You hear that, kids? You fucking if you didn't grow up in the 80s, you don't know what it's like to be hard. They give you guys gum. They would give us rocks. He had to soak his gum before so it wouldn't kill him. Dude, and not just that. What about all the gum that they would put in Garbage Pail Kid cards?
Oh yeah, it's the same thing too.
No, those were fucking razor blades that identified as gum. those things were chalky. Oh wow, bro! And then when you finally broke the gum, it
You're
shattered.
retired from chewing.
Yeah, it shattered. Like, so that's how you know there's a problem. You ever get a fucking stick of gum and fucking you go to your Wrigley's big red juicy fruit and the shit shatters?
Oh yeah,
That's the gum we used to have. It would just fucking break up into a million little pieces.
it was made in 1920.
Oh man,
sold in
dude.
1980.
The good old days, bro. Fucking cheek. I remember having sores on the inside of my cheeks from eating the shit that they would parade as food or candy to us.
Dude, I can't eat sweets and shit like that anymore.
Yeah, dude, you're freaking break your teeth, dude. And the rest of your teeth you've already yanked out with pliers. So yeah, of course you're not gonna be able to deal with those.
True.
What about the fruit by the foot? Remember, it was like a fucking like a measuring tape
the
full
measuring
of gum.
tape, yeah.
How much of that gum would you eat at once?
Probably about half.
Right? Like you needed
because
to.
it would lose
one,
flavor. I'd spit it out and then eat the rest of it.
That one is like runner up only to Fruit Stripe with the gum that we said that just smelled great, but just like by the time you smell it, the flavor's gone.
Yeah.
The fruit
once you buy it,
was, the fruit by the foot, the bubble tape is what it was called.
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah. I'd say
that
fruit by the
shit
foot was the actual
the
mushed up fruit turned into
the fruit roll ups.
Yeah,
basically, dude. Yeah, that bubble tape, that shit would run out fast. But I think that my all-time goat gum is gonna be Big League Chew. I fucked with that Big League Chew, dude, when I was a little kid. The different flavors and stuff. They got like watermelon or grape. I liked it.
mine was probably the Big League Chew because like it reminded me of my grandpa when he chewed tobacco. So
that's what it.
I was like, I'm gonna be like him.
This is why we started this whole conversation. It came from the fake cigarettes. We were talking about how they would give us fake cigarettes as kids to get us ready to be consumers. Like the Big League Chew was like fake tobacco chew, right?
Yeah,
like back then all
strips.
the fucking players would be chewing that shit.
Yeah. Well, they had actual tobacco. They didn't have the gum.
Look at Malachi Thorne says, this guy. Hear me
He's
out.
not wrong.
Edible underwear, fruit by the foot, same product, different demographic, and he knows because he designed them both.
Except for one that takes forever to do laundry.
Yeah, I feel like the formula's got to be a little different, Malachi. Like, because I feel like if you put that fruit by the foot, that ain't coming out of my ass ever. It's gonna become part of me. You know, between the oils and the sweat, dude. There's that's just underwear that you don't take off. It takes you off. But you know, I'm all for it, dude. So I told you, Malachi, we went to Scum and Villainy last night, and I tried a new drink. I tried the Leviosa, and it was pretty damn good, man. I'm never gonna drink again though.
Why?
I woke up not feeling the best.
Oh, you got a hangover.
Yeah, dude. I felt like fucking Pinocchio, dude, when he turns into a donkey after drinking and smoking cigars.
I've never experienced a hangover.
I feel like an ass. You
I've
never had a hangover?
Nope.
Jesus. What you are your own. You are a model. You're not a real human, dude. You are this model. I'm looking at. How do you never had a hangover? Have you ever been fucked up off of alcohol?
Yeah. Like I downed a whole bottle of fucking Jaeger by itself, just if it would do anything. Bad
And you
mistake.
didn't get a hangover.
No, but I threw it up.
Okay, that's why you didn't have a hangover. Dark Harbor at the Queen Mary is gonna be fucking epic. I sent out people to be on the list, which is where we got those sweet ass discounted combo tickets last year. So sign up now because those tickets are gonna be coming out probably this month. And for less than the price of one ticket, we got VIP tickets, and they threw in the haunted hayride at Griffith Park, which is And anyone who's interested, let me know. I'll shoot you the invite, but you got to sign up now because Malachi went last year to this Halloween event at the Queen Mary, and he just got the regular tickets. He got the broke boy tickets, and they didn't let him into the speakeasies, and he really missed out. And so he doesn't know what the actual experience is. Don't be like him, because I paid less and I got more.
No, see, Gary knows what I'm talking about. The Four Horsemen is probably my favorite drink.
Tell me about it. Four Horsemen. I'm not familiar.
It's Jose Cuervo, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, and Johnny Walker. All 4 J's. And a shot glass.
Johnny Walker is that American drink?
Or
Isn't it like
good.
English or something?
I don't know. It tastes good. It's got an American name. It works for me.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole lot of stuff to destroy you after one glass. That's because the broke boy tickets, as you call them, cost almost as much as HHN entries.
Like I used to work with bartenders and shit when I was a bouncer. And they always told me anybody that comes in and orders that drink, don't ever ask them how their day's been. When they order that drink, you already know how their day's been.
Mac used to have a points redemption for Four Horsemen drinks.
Yeah, once I get more of it, once I get some money and buy some more, I'll put them back up.
Maybe
I think I went through.
Broke Boys subbed, we could get some more drinks at this bar.
I went through 12 shots in one night. I woke up and don't even remember like if I shut stream off or not.
You should have just watched your stream. You're like, oh my god, it's like watching The Hangover.
Dude, I didn't even think. I didn't even think about it until like 2 or 3 months later. I'm like, oh shit.
You just see, you fucking blacked out. Started speaking Latin and shit. Started speaking in other languages.
He
You
woke
never
up still
learned,
drunk.
like,
Yeah.
possession. He woke up still drunk. No, I'm just playing. I know you're not a broke boy, Malachi.
Oh, that's me.
I just want to hang out in the speakeasy with you this year. Is all, and without actually having to pay for your upgrade. So I'm trying to get you prepared.
I do have one thing I want to bitch about.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this. Let's go.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all, Malachi, I know you've played this. I think, and I've tried getting Gary and them to pick it up, but now I really don't want to. Is the game ready or not? I was so excited about this game. It was like one of my favorite games, and then they decided to bring it over to consoles. And before all this happened, they said they weren't going to censor anything. There was a reason behind the reason why the game plays like it does. And now that it's on consoles, they bent their knee and cut some of the stuff out. I'm fine with it, but it's the point of them censoring it that pisses me off. And that's because this is one of the main games. Because this game came out when the whole, like, everybody has to hate cops bullshit. And I've
ACAB?
got, yeah, all that bullshit. And so, like, they were, and the way I looked at it and the way a lot of people that I know looked at it was, hey, this is the reason why cops act like they do. Because this is the shit that they see that other people don't, but yet it's still getting a bad rap for them being who they are. Like, there was one scene in the game where you play as a SWAT team, so it's kind of like Rainbow, like a siege game, kind of like that, but better. The gunplay's great. Yeah, and anyway, you go into this house. It's like a whole bunch of drug dealers and shit. And you go in this one room, and there is a girl who's a teen. I'll just say that, who's on the bed having like a seizure in a way. But the story to it makes you like feel like you hate the reason why, how fucked up it is you see a needle laying next to her. So the people that kidnapped her are, doing whatever with everybody, are drugging them up and shipping them off. That's the whole story about it. But she's seizing up on the bed, so you already know that they forced it into her and are causing all this. So that gives you more of a meaning to go, I want to get these people. So, it gives you more of a reason to go after the bad guy. Now that they took that out, and now she's just sleeping. So it doesn't hit as hard as the way it used to. So I feel like with them doing that, I mean, it's been a big issue lately. Like, their score on Steam has tanked because of this, but a lot of people are just blowing it up, calling it, like, saying it's because of Second Amendment rights and shit like that, which could be. I don't know. I don't see it that way. I see it more of a, what cops actually see and go through on a day-by-day basis, in a way, to make you, like, feel more entwined to, hey, not everything you hear about on, news and shit is how it actually goes, or what you see on TV.
Nothing you see in the news is true. So
yeah,
if it's not just a blade out lie
you
or
get to
manipulation
see
or
how
propaganda, it's at least dramatized.
You get to see how horrible people really are. The way this game was.
Well, I think you're talking about a couple things here. I think you're talking about censorship.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're also saying that it's basically prohibited to kind of display, law enforcement in positive light in media these days. And I also think what you're saying is like you're losing a lot of artistic expression to make things more universally appealing, which is making them less appealing in general.
Yeah. Well, not only that, they also came out and said that, hey, like, this was before they signed on. They said the game is meant to be like this. It's meant to shine light on these issues and make it real and make you, like, feel a certain way. So they said they weren't going to censor it. And then, lo and behold, Sony and Microsoft were like, hey, we want you to put your game on our consoles. They're like, okay, but you have to do this. And they're like, oh, sure. All right. I'll disregard everything I said to the people who already paid money for this game and backed me.
Did they change the version that was on the PC as well?
They are changing. They have changed it.
So basically, they compromised their expression completely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know,
now,
man.
My issue is...
It's sold out.
Yeah, my issue is the reasoning behind it is like, oh, well, they said that, they can't have nudity and shit, like the dongs hanging out and shit like that. Okay. And then explain to me why Baldur's Gate, Alan Wake, Outlast, these are all on console also, have that in... Cyberpunk has all that in there, but nothing got said. Is it because they are cops? Is it because it shows more realism than those games? It's kind of like, they're kind of contradicting themselves that way by saying that.
Is it because the depiction of the law enforcement characters is not like popular right now with how things are being portrayed? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean it's more of a yeah, well, maybe probably it's more of a we can do this
I think you're
in
right, man. I
these
think
games,
you're
but
right.
we can't hold you to that standard because you're more into this area. Hell, even think Call of
I
Duty was
think
that
there's
way.
enough room for every. Well, I think Call of Duty and a lot of other military games are like the exact kind of opposite, where because they're glorifying military violence and stuff too. Like it's known that the military invests in video games. You know that, right, Mac?
But what was that?
For a long time. You remember they used to have like actual army based games?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Malachi. So like there's a campaign that the government invests in, the movie industry, military industry, where certain types of narratives that they're trying to present to create like a certain opinion of other certain things to support certain agendas. So that's for sure the case.
Like the
Some
only thing,
say
the one
they
that I'm
invented
fine with,
media.
the one that I'm fine with that they toned down was like the dismembering of the dead bodies. Which I mean, fine. I never really paid attention to that anyway because that was something I never did. It was like you
You're
could
saying
kill
it didn't
somebody and
affect
then
the narrative. It
yeah,
didn't make
you
the
could shoot
narrative less
somebody and then keep
powerful or anything.
shooting them, shooting their arms and legs and like blow their arms and legs off. With you're a fucking psychopath for doing that anyway. But
That's
it's a
not
game. Who
necessary
cares? Yeah,
for.
yeah. But
But you think
like,
the changes in the story made the
yeah,
game
yeah.
less
It
potent?
yeah. It it made it less heartfelt. I
I don't
guess is
understand
the
how
way I
they
could put
why
it.
they would do that for the PC version. That seems unfortunate, and I understand why you're
That
upset.
because it's uh, crossplay.
I've got friends that are cops. I was out with the fucking pig last night. Just I'm joking, but he was. He's a cop, so we were out and chilling, and I call him a pig to his face, joking.
Around
Okay,
here.
he's not a pig, but like legit. And we were out, so I know where you're coming from, and I think the cop's perspective isn't really demonstrated because I've seen it firsthand with some of my friends. But I do want to say this. I bet you fucking 99% of cops never walk into anything like that. What do you think about that?
Street ones no, but like as far as that game is, that is a SWAT team. So yeah, SWAT
I'm
team.
sure
Yeah,
some
I
of
could
them have walked.
say
I'm sure some walk into some shit, but I
yeah.
would say that's maybe a little bit dramatic too. But I mean, at the same time, I think there's a lot of room for to tell that story and for them to water it down, to kind of bend the knee, like you said, or pander to like a more that seems really whack.
Like there's
That seems
another
super
one.
whack.
There's another one talking about the whole nudity thing. There is another like one of the informants. I think it was what it was. It's either a foreman or another cop. Um, got I don't want to say kidnapped, but he held hostage. And you find him going through this game, but he is like been burnt alive pretty much. He's still alive, but he's been like
Hmm.
I mean, there's no skin on him. It's all been like burnt off, and so he's like crawling to you. And they're like, "Oh, well, we got to put pants on him now." Like, okay, why?
I think
You
the
don't
the
see it.
bigger picture with this is video games need to be considered a genuine art form and true storytelling vehicle like movies, where there's enough room for propaganda military movies. There's indie movies. There's porn. There's horror movies. There's psychological thrillers. There's historic documentaries. And I think with video games, I feel like sometimes to this it's I one thing I noticed with the game that Shake was playing today
Mhm.
is I saw like there's a lot of these like subversive themes that were going on in this like seemingly almost children's game, but there was like these deep topics and they discussed like childhood death, like different things, man, that
Oh
were
yeah.
heavy tones, and
Well,
all
they
within
even
the
they did it
narrative
with
of the
the old
game.
cartoons that we watched too. Like you go back and
That's
watch
what
it
I'm
now,
saying.
you're
I
like,
think I think it's time, dude. Like I enjoyed that shit. I got glued to his stream because
yeah,
I didn't expect it, and I think that games have to reach that level where people understand they're not toys. You know, they're just tools that people use to tell stories and create experiences. And just like a movie, there's enough. You know, if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But
yeah,
the problem is back to the marvelization of like everything, man, where they try to make everything so palatable for a diverse, huge audience that they lose the core
yeah.
and the soul of the media. And it's that sucks that you got affected that way, that you know, because it sounds like this game was seems like it was pretty heavy, seems like it was really interesting,
Yeah. I mean,
and to make it
it,
into
it
something else
it's a
sucks. I
fun
feel like the rug
game.
pull.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I like the game. It's just now that this has happened, I'm like, uh, I don't trust them anymore because like I was gonna keep buying their stuff if they would have kept doing that because they were holding true to the word, and then like they do this, and I'm like, well, so another one that's I can just throw off that I wasted money on.
Hmm. No, I think what you're saying is deep, man. I noticed you know, I'm a gamer and I've been a gamer my whole life, dude, for
Yeah.
4 fucking million years. And you know, but I see you guys, like Gary and you guys are like true video game connoisseurs, where I'm more like a big fan, but at the same time, the interest in like the your guys' knowledge base and
He's a casual.
being aware of it, you know, like no, I'm definitely not. I'll fucking beat you at 99% of every game we could pull out of a toy box, bro, right now. You don't want no smoke with me, dog. You casual. You
Mousetrap
guys are
win.
just like well, they call them cinephiles for movies. You guys are like videophiles or whatever. I'm sure that's a different whole
Please
thing.
don't use either of those words.
You guys invest. You guys are interested in a lot of the technological, the background type stuff, you know, and I think it's dope. I learned stuff from you guys. It helps me, you know, enhance my knowledge base. Malachi's the same way about video games and movies. I love talking to Malachi. Like sometimes I'll be watching a stupid movie. I'll call Malachi and I'll like ask him, you know, where the movie was filmed or some shit, and he'll
Yeah.
be able to give me a
Oh yeah.
story about. And it to me helps me enjoy it. You know what I'm like that with naturally? Music.
Hmm.
Now that I think about it, I'm like I love finding out about music and like the story behind a song that was made, and like you know the context.
Yeah. Same.
Just very natural for me to be that way. And I think you know you guys are like that with video games and stuff,
Yeah.
which is dope. And I think it's at the end of the day, it's all art, it's all human expression. It's just whether you're using a paintbrush, a spray can, or you know a video game or a movie or a song, you're creating something, you know, that makes life worth living as far as that goes. You know, with art, you're creating a story, you're creating a picture, or you know, it's what the to me it's the best part of life besides family.
Like my whole thing is like you know what gets me into like games is like the passion of the developers that are making the game instead of these high end companies that just put one out after another and don't really give a shit. That's the reason why I like indie games is because you see the developers' passion for what
Hmm.
they're making, and that's what pretty much gets me hooked into wanting to like support them and shit like that.
That's dope. I think okay for me, you know, obviously I have a love affair with gaming, bro. Um, from my first Vectrex to the NES, those games, and then N64 when I was a kid, you know, or actually Nintendo playing RPGs. It's like having a second life. Up into N64 playing against my friends. I think as I got older though, video game became more of like a substitute for sport than more so like something I went to for like depth of storytelling. Even though games like BioShock and stuff I super enjoy. but you guys are like real connoisseurs of the game and the art of it, and that's really dope.
Yeah, I'm more of like I don't know if Malachi is, but I'm more of like a background person when it comes to video games. I want to know like how they went and made this. What's their plot behind it? Are they dedicated to it? Shit like that before I get it.
That's
And
awesome.
game story.
I just want to beat all my friends at everything, or else if we're a team game, I just want to be the best at it. That's how like I said, it's like sports, bro. Like something to fucking challenge yourself with and stuff.
You are the
I see it as an
barbarian of the
art too,
group.
but I'm saying like primarily, I think that's how I look at video games. It's like, oh, fucking
You are the
gonna do
barbarian
this.
of. You're the barbarian of the D&D game.
I just want to fucking beat Gary at every Street Fighter, bro, until he
Pretty sure
can't
Gary's taken. I don't think
until he
you can
can't
beat
Gary
Gary
anymore. Gary don't want to see me at no Tekken, dude. You know, Gary, you may be a lot better than me at fucking
Streets of Age.
Street Fighter and pretty much Streets of Rage and a lot of other games. But I feel like if we were to go deep dive, like old school Samurai Showdowns, OG Street Fighter, OG Mortal Kombat, I'm whipping your ass at the majority of these games. It's when these games become so complicated and they're like counting the fucking frames of the game and shit, the fighting
Yeah.
games. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That's the shit where I lose it. Like I've had somebody
Jesus.
I had people like trying to train me on some fighting here, like pay attention to these moments. And like, okay, why? And I'm like, dude, I just want to play it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude, that's intense. But I do want to learn because I do want to defeat Gary.
Like if I play a fighting game, yeah, I mean, I do get like pissed off a lot at fighting games, but especially when like I keep losing over and over again. But I'm also the person who I don't say don't want to learn. It's just I'm not fully shit. I don't
You're not fully
fully
vested in
yeah
that game alone.
yeah
You don't want to
yeah.
spend. Well, one thing I
I don't
noticed
want it to be
about
a
you,
job.
I feel that, man. One thing I noticed about you is that's similar to me is it seems like you play a lot of different games. You got ADHD when it comes to gaming. You don't like get stuck on something too long.
I wouldn't even say ADHD. I think it's more ADD. It's like, well, this is boring me.
My reflexes are too slow for fighting games now because I'm old.
True.
Killer Instinct, bro. I used to love fucking getting those combos.
Hey, it's free on
Those are the good
Steam.
old days. They said that they put that game, the arcade cabinet. They said they put that shit super loud to grab people's attention. That shit worked. It fucked my ADD or ADHD, whatever it was. I've never been diagnosed with anything, so I'm sure it's something though. But when you heard that shit, combo break, it was calling my name like crack. I'm like, what was it? I'm gonna go over there. There's a loud noise. And then you get over there, you see Orchid on the side for a young teen, just straight combo, fucking thirst trap. And then remember, she had the thing. She'll show her boobs to kill you. The shit
So,
they do for young men
what are your
to
thoughts on
steal their eyes.
games that like go early access and start getting fans behind it, and then you never hear from the developer ever again?
So like that fucking Killer Clowns game.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
We
that
all
one.
got it. It's like it just seems like it's like doesn't seem finished.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a cash grab for them, but yet they get a fan. They have like it feels like they dishonor their fan base.
I think when it comes to this, I'm very conservative in the fact like, it's a market. If you're gonna buy that shit and you don't do your research as a consumer, it's on you. But then it's also a two-way street. When, like you said, these companies don't maintain the loyalty of their core fans and then they fall off. I mean, but then again, it's like fuck, bro. All they want is I would imagine probably some of these situations, all they need is one hit and then they're out and one hit wonder. I'm sure somebody got paid. Someone got rich.
Well, I mean, like the only reason why I brought that up is because I was going through some everybody that like watches my streams know I'm big like into like ghost hunting games and shit like that. I can count just about every ghost hunting game that I got and find out that they were working on it and then they just ditch it and start something new instead of trying to fix their issues with it.
All those ghost games I've tried with like you and Mac seem like they're underdeveloped.
The
I
only
think
one
they're trying
that
to jump in like on the trend, right? And
yeah,
everyone's buying ghost games.
yeah. The like I went back to playing fast because you know I stopped playing it for a while because these other ones were coming out and they were having you could see potential in like what they were doing. I got hooked on Metaphysical. To me, that's still one of my it's still one of my favorite games to play, just because I feel like I remember when I first started, I didn't know shit. I was dying repeatedly, and then I started learning what they did, this and that, and then I started getting better where I can just basically walk into the house, see something happen, and mark shit off and go, all right, this is what it is. But they also, I don't know if they took a break or what, but they haven't been doing updates. They haven't been
No
talking.
replay value.
Yeah. So I got back into Faz because out of all of them, Faz is the only one that has been consistent on talking to the fan base, um, putting updates, fixing issues, shit like that. Where you got like Ghostbane. That was one of the newest one. I don't want to say newest, but newer ones that I bought. Had great potential. I seen it going places. I even talked with them on their Discord about like how much I liked it and how it was going, how it was going. They're like, all right, cool, blah blah blah. Glad to have you, blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden, yeah, we stopped working on it.
How do you feel about these situations? Are they doing this intentionally? Is it a scam? Is it a bait and switch? Is it laziness?
I think it's laziness. Like my thing is like, because me personally, if it was me and I made something like that, I feel like it'd be my responsibility to say, look, if I'm not wanting to continue on making the game, I'd at least not sell it, but I mean maybe sell it, but also give it to somebody who I know is going to have the same passion that I had when I made it, even though if I lost passion in making it, to give it to somebody else and have them take over to make it better, instead of just pissing off all the people who bought it and be like, well, it is what it is. It's over now.
Anything you, in my opinion, or in my thought here, my thought stream, anything you really do to kind of ensure accountability from developers is just gonna end up creating a speed bump for more people developing. You know what I mean? So what would solutions be, right? Like, do people have to sign on to some type of commitment to show that they're like gonna be vested, parents in their new game? I mean, to do something like that, that's gonna keep out a lot of smaller people who aren't able to do all the commitment and stuff, right? So what could someone do, like, to how would you fix this problem, dude?
Uh well, I wouldn't even say like sign like a commitment paper saying we're doing it. I mean, it's just being like I said, they might have had passion starting it to like make it and go, I want to make this better than such and such game, or something comes up and where they don't want to do it anymore. But at least like send the game off to another like starter developer who wants to get started in making something, like help out the next person in line. Give
So
them a
kind of like with
basis.
the save the games, we need to find a way to like turn over and turn these projects into something more open source, community supported.
Well, not
But
yeah, but also like you've got these games that are dead that nobody does, but yet they're still up for sale. So I mean, they gave up on it, but yet they're still getting cash from it because greed. At least take it off the market, but still let people play it who've already bought it.
So there's games for sale that don't work right now.
Yeah, that are getting no love to it, no nothing, no updates, no nothing.
Okay, but they're not like dead. They're just dead in the water.
Yeah, well, I mean, if they're
Because once a
multiplayer
game is
games, they're
dead, they
dead.
stop selling it. I'm sure, right?
I don't know. Like,
I'm sure something's gotten sold that's dead. Just everything happens
I mean, there's
from
been a
time to
few
time.
games that I looked up on Steam and like, be like, oh, this looks cool. Then I'll go into like the comments and shit, and they're like, yeah, no updates from like 3 years ago. And then you see people like, yeah, this game's dead, but it's still up for sale. Or you'll have people's like, I just bought this game and it's a co-op game, but there's no lobbies and it's been empty for like maybe 6 or 7 months.
It feels like there's a parallel here as a true lover of the art form of video games and being as a true lover of comic book movies. We're both we're both shit out of luck, and we're in control of a big, huge money
Nothing.
system that
Yeah.
is kind
Yeah.
of draining out creativity and originalism, like from originality from movies and games, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
What are we gonna do about it? Riot.
Like I feel like they should have like something set up for like,
I think you're gonna start AGAB. All games are bastards.
no. Like I just feel like they should have something set up for like if their passion is gone and they have like a fan base to get with some of the people who are inspiring to be like developers or something like that, or who because a lot of people like be like are going like, hey, like, I'm trying your indie game, I'm a developer too, blah blah blah, stuff like that, and then they be like, hey, I realized that you haven't done anything with it. Do you mind letting me use it or something like that?
I'm
Or
thinking
take
here
over the code.
as you talked, like I know you don't like to hear this word, but maybe it's some type of regulation, and what I mean by that is like maybe like just more community orientation, and maybe gamers like we've got to kind of start moving past the treating our favorite pastime as just a toy and start looking at it as like, I mean, we're into the metaverse, we're into the digital space, right? Where it's like we almost look at your VTuber, your model.
Yeah.
We're almost in a world where people have a separate digital identity, and especially gamers. Maybe there has to be some type of movement where people are communicating and creating some accountability as a group, just when it comes to certain ethics and stuff and how we want to see this medium move forward in the future. And if gaming is going to survive, another 10 years, how is it going to do it without its soul?
Yeah.
Gary, get on it.
Yeah, those are my two big gripes and that last one just hit me the other day because I was talking with Alistair when we were just trying to figure out something to stream last night, and I was just going through a list of games. I'm like, yeah, this hasn't, because I got a warning on Steam now that like says the developer hasn't touched this game in like 18 months or something like that. So they do have like
Wow.
Steam does have like a warning to let you know that like, hey, you
That's
might
kinda
not
cool.
want to buy this. But
That's
I
the
feel
beginning
like
of it, right?
yeah, I
Clear
feel like the
communication.
developers should, instead of like if you're gonna hang up the game and be done with it, just stop putting it up for sale. And if you do stop putting it up for sale, the people who've already bought it, just let them keep playing it if they want.
Make it free.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not free because I mean, then you're just gonna piss off the people who paid for it.
My identity is Gary destroyed David at fighting games, not at Tekken. Little man.
But yeah, I wouldn't say free. It'd be like you bought into it, so it's yours.
They don't have a Tekken in the Philippines, Gary? How come you suck at Tekken? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. So you were talking about updates, missing updates, and how that shit's going. So, you hear about the surprise update that happened this week?
What?
Marvel versus Capcom
Nope.
Infinity?
Mm-mm.
Supposedly there's like a 36 gigabyte update. I don't think people quite know what it's about. But there was like a 36 gigabyte update, and I guess the game hasn't updated in years, so people are buzzing all around. I'm sure we're getting data farmers and miners to see what's really in there, but supposedly the scuttlebutt is the update was pushed to potentially kind of fuck up mods that have been introduced and basically keeping the game alive, right? You're not going to take care of this kid. You know, the kid gets raised by wolves.
Yeah.
The wolves are the community of fighting game players like Gary, and they grow up the kid to have a beard, and then all of a sudden Capcom decides they want to cut this guy's beard off. And it's like, bro, you abandoned this fucker in the jungle.
No, I didn't hear
You
anything
had
about
the
that.
advantage in Tekken. I was faded, so it was just
Dude, I
clarity
just
when
realized.
Charity was okay. Because I thought we played a couple times.
I just realized that it shows my bit rate, and it says "burr" all in red. So I
Your
think
bit
my
rate.
stream.
I noticed it looked like I was pop locking.
Yeah,
That's what
I
was.
just now noticed it. Like it don't even say numbers; it just says "burr." Oh well, at least I'm not playing anything. It's just bullshitting. I'll have to take a look at that later. Yay! Thank you, OBS, with your updates.
Brrr.
I swear, every time OBS has an update, I like want to die inside because every time I do the update, something always goes wrong.
I think that was everything. Like, I think we covered everything that was on our agenda.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun so far. I'm not saying it's over, but it's been fun.
Sure. We didn't do a top 5 of anything. So.
Top 5 bubble gums. Top 5 chewing gums.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, I can't even. I can't. I don't chew gum.
Bazooka gum. Bazooka Joe gum.
Red Man.
Juicy fruit.
Wrangler.
Double mint. Exactly.
My chewing gum is tobacco.
Come on, Gary. There's nothing but digital air and space. You feeling froggy, homeboy? Shit, we can go live. We could charge these motherfuckers $59.95 to watch us fight to the death.
Who is the new release person for Tekken?
I don't know. I'm not a real. I don't like play the game like that.
I don't either.
I just have a bunch
I get
of
like
little,
a hair up my ass every now and then. It's like, oh yeah, I want
I
to
got
play
some
it.
great button mashing skills that I've developed over a long career of playing different iterations of
Yeah,
Tekken.
I don't even call it button mashing for me. It's just slamming my head against the controller, seeing if it'll work.
They did just released a new character for T8 too. Oh, Tekken 8. Okay, T8. See, I didn't even know what the fuck you was talking about. And I still beat you, laddie. You were there too, actually, Mac. I remember. You were
Yep.
there, and you were there. I was beating everyone's ass.
Yep. Just like the day that Gary and them got me to play that one fucking game where they like destroyed me. Pummel Party. Well, here, Mac, play this with us. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, by the way, every time it's your turn, you're just gonna die.
And then you're gonna watch us.
I just got bullied the whole fucking time.
Well, you don't go to the beef jerky store looking for flowers. You went to Legendary Gary. You knew bullying was gonna be part of what was gonna happen, right?
Well, it was his
He's-
first.
he's-
He hadn't even played that much either. It was Duke and Shake. It's like, no, we got
He's a
your
bully
back.
though.
We
Bullies
got
are
your
gonna
back. We're
bully.
gonna do this, and they're the ones that bullied me more than Gary did.
Yeah, but Gary's the ring bully leader.
Gary was the one
He's
that's like,
pulling-
sorry, I have to do it. I'm like, fuck.
He's pulling all the bully strings. You know what I mean? He's the bully puppet master. $59.95 in shekels. We'll take EBT. We will take Bitcoin. We'll take Trump coin and Filipino pesos.
Sure. All right. One place you'd like to visit before you kick the bucket?
It's hard to say one place, and there's a
All right.
lot of places I think
3
in time.
places.
New Orleans is one of them
You're staying
because of all the
okay.
scary shit, all the atmosphere.
The only thing scary about them is their accent.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a name for myself. I would like to visit like the pyramid.
Which one? Or just any of them?
In Mexico, in
Oh.
Mexico City.
Oh, the Mayan one.
Shit, I don't know who built it, but I might have been related to him. And then besides that, shit, I just like islands and beaches and shit. So because
Then
some of the
that'll get
places I want to
stopped.
go really bad, I've already been. I just want to go back.
Okay, reconnect.
Did your shit crash, bud?
Yes.
Shake was the one that pulled us back into Tekken 8 because prior to that night, I haven't played it forever. I still haven't played it because that night, only the fighting, blah, 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 rest in peace.
Let me see if I can restart this. Son of a bitch. No. You can still hear me, right?
Yep.